What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Rage in a Cage with BamBam and Schwaggs. I'm Frank BamBam Horak. With me, as always, my co-host Mikey Schwaggs.
And with us is our producer, Tony No Show. Tony.
Hey, what's up, Schwaggs and Popeye? How's everything going?
Schwaggs and Popeye. Popeye the Sailor Man. So, Frank,
All right.
lead us right into this card.
Absolutely. We're breaking down UFC 143. We got the first two fights out of the way.
Yes, I believe you took Ed Herman and Henan Barrow.
I did. You
And
took,
I took
Mr.
Clifford.
Starks.
Clifford the Big Red Dog Starks. And
I think that's his nickname, but all right.
I think it should be.
Let's move on now. We have a big welterweight fight. Josh Koscheck against Mike Pierce.
A lot of bad blood.
Yeah, these fighters do not like each other.
No.
Mike Pierce has been doing a lot of talking.
A lot of talking.
Which is usually Koscheck's job when he usually fights. He's usually the one doing the talking.
But Pierce has been talking a lot on Twitter, like all these social
listen,
websites.
He's going into this fight. It's his biggest fight of his career. He's feeling very confident.
I don't know why.
Listen.
Who is he beating?
They're very similar fighters when you look at these two. I think Koscheck, though, is the better fighter.
Better wrestler,
better striker. Pierce, though, to his credit, he's a good wrestler, good ground and pound. And his striking isn't bad. I mean, he's never been knocked out. He's
got some good takedown defense too. So
according to Koscheck, he wants to keep this fight on the feet. He wants to be the first person
to knock him out.
Which I think is going to be is a mistake. He's going to take him out of his game plan. He's just going to try to go in for the big shot every time. So I think that's going to help keep Pierce in this fight. I do have Koscheck winning, but I have it being a unanimous decision.
You really had trouble saying
I nailed
that
it
word.
that time. Unanimous decision. Koscheck wins.
Didn't nail it the second time.
I think going for the knockout, though, is going to be a problem, though.
Well, that's what his problem was in the St. Pierre fight. He was looking for the knockout that whole fight, and he went away from his game plan, which is elite wrestling.
He was facing a much better striker.
Yeah, obviously we know that. But he's an elite wrestler. He's got to stick to his game plan.
Yeah, he's a former NCAA wrestling champion.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We know how great his wrestling is. And, from the Ultimate Fighter, he became a much better striker to now.
Yeah, he's knocked some guys out, and I think, that's what he tries to do now in every fight.
But yeah, that's his problem. He's looking for the
last
knockout.
Fight, he knocked out Hughes. So that's in this fight now with all.
But he also got caught in that Hughes fight too at one point.
Absolutely. No, listen, I give Pierce a real good shot in this fight. With all the talking he's doing, he's a good fighter, Pierce, and he can hold. Like I said, he's never been knocked out. He has good wrestling, good ground and pound.
His only two losses have come to elite wrestlers in Fitch and Hendricks.
Yeah, top guys. So that's why with Koscheck, if he goes to that type of game plan, he should be good. But I don't think if he went to his normal game plan and tried to take him down and used his good wrestling, I could see him getting a victory like a TKO.
Like a TKO, ground and pound.
Yeah, but I in this fight, I think he's going for the big shot. So I see Pierce hold. I think it's going to be a good back and forth fight, but I have Koscheck winning.
Maybe Koscheck could be playing with Pierce's head, saying he wants to keep the bout standing, but he's really gonna take it to the ground. Who really knows how the fight's gonna go? But yeah, I'll agree. Koscheck wins this fight. I see third round TKO.
All right, I have a decision. You have TKO. We both have Koscheck.
Yep.
Let's move into the co-main event. We have Roy Big Country Nelson.
I like to call him Slim Country.
Yeah, no one else is going to call him that.
Well, he's lost a little bit of weight.
He's lost some
he's
weight,
not big anymore.
He's still pretty big.
Hey, I mean, yeah, I guess
Against,
so.
Fabricio Verdum making his coming back.
Fabricio, right, Tony?
Fabricio Verdum.
Yeah.
I got it that time.
He got one right.
I was practicing on the break.
Good job, Tough Tony. Anyway, Verdum's second stint in the UFC.
Yes. It's been a while since he's been in the UFC.
It's been
about
a while.
4 years?
Yeah,
3 years?
His last
4
fight
years?
was against Dos Santos, where Dos Santos actually absolutely destroyed him.
Oh,
and then he went to but he had some success after leaving the UFC, though. He's had some big wins.
He beat Fedor.
He beat Fedor, yeah. I don't think that's such a huge fight as everyone else makes it out there.
I mean,
Fedor is a little overrated.
Yes, I'll agree. I think he's overrated too. He hasn't faced anyone.
No, he's had some big wins though, Verdum, and I look at his last fight though, a very disappointing fight. Granted, he's going against Overeem, but every time Overeem would throw a punch, Verdum would just fall down on his back.
Yeah, he was just
waiting for Overeem to dive into his guard and try to get submitted. That didn't happen. He lost the fight. I see with this fight with Nelson, when you look at Nelson, I mean, you got big guy, heavy hands. I look at his fight against Dos Santos where he took shot after shot.
Oh, he's got a freaking chin.
Great chin. So obviously, edge on stand-up goes to Nelson. Edge on the ground goes for Doom. But Nelson's actually also a black belt in
Nelson's
Brazilian
not
Jiu-Jitsu too.
no slouch on
Obviously,
the ground.
I mean, they're both black belts in Jiu-Jitsu. They're not. That doesn't make them equals. But
No,
What are they black belts in?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
All right then.
Thank you, Tough Talk.
Yeah, like you said, they're not equal just because they're both
just
black belts.
just because they're both black belts doesn't mean they cancel each other out.
Verdum's great at fighting off his back, but Nelson, in his own, he's great at top game.
Yeah, Nelson's never been submitted in his MMA career.
And neither is Verdum.
Neither is Verdum. So I think if the fight goes to the ground, Nelson's not going to panic. And
Verdum,
obviously, Verdum's not going to panic either. That's where he wants to fight.
Has Verdum been knocked out?
I believe he's been knocked out. Yes.
Because I think Nelson's going to be able to take him out.
Knockout?
Take him out. I think he's going to be able to take him out in the stand-up. I just don't think Verdum's going to be able to handle him.
Well, I think Nelson absolutely has a significant edge in the stand-up, no question about it.
And he's got some heavy hands, like you saw it in the Struve fight.
Yeah, he knocked out Schwab. He's knocked out Struve. He definitely has the striking. I don't know if he's going to knock him out. I have him winning, though, third round TKO. I got Nelson winning.
Well, do you know what TKO stands for?
Technical knockout. Do you want one right now?
You just said he's not going to knock him out.
Yeah, well, I mean, a full knockout. I mean, come on.
Well,
now.
Frank, technical knockout.
No, a technical knockout is when the ref steps in and breaks,
but it's still a knockout.
No, it's not a knockout.
In a way.
I'll show you what a knockout is.
Yeah, will you? I'm not scared of you.
You should be.
Well, why should I be scared of you? You're an old man.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this main event now, because this is what I've been waiting for. I told you, Nelson.
I wasn't listening.
He said Nelson by knockout.
Yeah, he did, Frank. You said Nelson.
Pay attention.
All right. And then you said he's not.
And he's not gonna get knocked out, and then he's gonna get TKO.
There's a difference. Let's move it on.
Yeah,
now.
You should have talked with your third round knockout TKO decision. You remember that, Tony? The Bisping fight.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Evans' third round knockout TKO.
All right, let's move on to this.
You hit him so hard, you got 2 knockouts for that one.
Moving on to the main event, we have Nick Diaz, former Strikeforce welterweight champion, going against Carlos Condit, former WBC
and I think
welterweight champion.
This is going to be a fight of the year.
It absolutely has that potential. Both guys are just great fighters, top of the division. I mean, obviously GSP is still number 1, but these guys, it's going to be a war. Let's just put it that way.
Without a doubt, it's going to be a stand-up war. These guys love to come in, stand, and bang. That's what they're known for.
Yeah, Condit. I mean, Condit's a finisher. Let's just put it that way.
Oh yeah,
he's got 27 wins.
That's why his nickname's the Natural Born Killer.
Out of his 27 wins, 26 he's finished either by KO, TKO, or submission. He finishes fights.
Yes. Same thing with Diaz.
Diaz finishes fights also. He throws a lot of combinations, a lot of punches.
He throws a lot of punches. His last fight versus Penn, he landed 178 strikes.
Yeah, significant strikes in that fight, which was a record at the time.
And then was broken by his brother.
By his little brother.
Nate in his matchup versus Cerrone.
I think in this fight, though, what's going to come down to Diaz, though, is very cocky. I think his cockiness is what's going to cost him. He loves to keep his hands down, chin up. I think that's what you can't do that with a fighter like Condit. Condit will finish you.
Condit's got power.
So I think that's what I think it's going to come. It's going to go into the 4th round. Diaz is going to be up like 2 rounds to 1. He's going to get a little cocky. He's going to put those hands down, his chin up that he loves to do. And Condit's going to catch him. I think Condit knocks him out, and Condit wins, and he's the interim welterweight champion.
He's knocking him out. He's not going to.
He's knocking him out. No, he will knock him out.
Straight knockout.
Straight knockout.
Okay.
No T in front of that.
I like that.
Nope.
All right.
I think this is it's easily the best fighter either fighter has faced. Best fighter Condit's ever faced. Best fighter Diaz has ever faced. I just think Condit, wherever the fight goes, they're so equal. You know, they're both great on the ground. They're both good at standing and fighting, standing and throwing.
Yeah, I would give the edge to Diaz Diaz the edge on the ground in submissions, but Condit is showed.
Condit's no slouch either on the ground.
He showed his last fight when he's going against Stun Gun, who's great on the ground. He got taken down, got right back up. So I like Condit's chances in this fight. I do.
Yeah.
Diaz is the favorite, which I guess Diaz should be the favorite, but I see Condit winning this fight.
Well. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I really think Condit's the better fighter than Diaz. I just think he'll be able to control the bout standing, and he's going to knock him out. I'll agree with the knockout.
Going with
the
knockout.
What are decisions here? So I can write them down.
I really think he'll knock him out in the 4th round. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a really great fight.
It is. It's absolutely gonna be a great fight. Can't wait to see it. All right, our fights. Well, I got Ed Herman.
All right.
I got Josh Koscheck, Roy Nelson, Carlos Condit. What was the one am I leaving? Oh, I got Barrio also.
Who?
Barrio. Henning.
All right.
Henning Barrow. And
Barrow.
I got Condit, Nelson, Koscheck, Henning, and Clifford the Big Red Dog.
All right, gotcha.
So it should be a great card. Can't wait to see it. Then we got the Super Bowl. Can't wait to see that.
Big sports weekend.
So big sports weekend.
Also, we got the next UFC coming up. UFC on Fuel.
Yes.
Another free event.
Yes.
And
should be a good one.
And,
Jake Ellenberger versus
Ellenberger
Diego
against Diego.
Sanchez. That's a pretty big welterweight matchup, actually.
And don't forget about
That could
Monday.
be deciding a possible next #1 contender for either Condit or Diaz, pending GSP's injury.
Frank doesn't like when I stand up.
No.
Nah, he's been staring at you like for
Freaking
like
me
a
out.
minute or so
All right.
now, just angrily.
All right, so that wraps us up.
And Monday,
Join-
don't forget about Monday.
We're not forgetting about Monday.
What's Monday?
Our
What's
next
Monday?
show.
No, what else is Monday?
What's a Monday? I
Oh,
know
it's
it.
Tough Tony's birthday.
Oh, that's what he wants.
Yeah, it is.
So that means he won't be here then, probably.
Most likely not.
Most likely
Join us
we'll
for our
have
next show.
Tony
We'll
No
be
Show.
breaking down the card, winners and losers.
Super Bowl
We
recap.
talk Super Bowl recap. Hopefully the Giants will be hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. So join us next time. It's been Rage in the Cage with BamBam and Schwaggs.
We are out.